Okay, you've learned how to rest. Your battery is charged. But what's next? The moment you return to work, you get sucked back into that whirlwind of deadlines and the overwhelming feeling that you're never catching up, right? I used to be that person. I prided myself on my packed calendar and my ability to juggle 12 projects at once. I thought being busy meant being important. And then, one Tuesday morning, I found myself crying in my car before a meeting because I couldn't remember the last time I felt genuinely accomplished rather than just exhausted. That moment changed everything. And today, I'm going to share with you the antidote to toxic productivity that saved my sanity. This isn't about working slower, it's about working smarter. And I'll reveal the most counterintuitive secret at the end, the one that feels like being lazy, but actually unlocks your highest performance. First, let's expose the biggest lie of our modern world, that being busy equals being effective. We wear exhaustion like a badge of honor. But when was the last time you went to bed thinking, I made meaningful progress on something that matters? Busy doesn't equal productive. Busy just equals busy. I was a hamster on a wheel, running faster and faster, generating lots of motion, but getting absolutely nowhere. And the science on this is terrifying. When we try to multitask, our brains don't actually do it. They task switch. It's like revving a car engine while it's in park. You're burning fuel like crazy, but you're not moving an inch. Multitasking is a myth. It's literally rewiring our brains for distraction. Researchers put people in MRI machines and discovered the brain doesn't multitask at all. It just rapidly switches attention. And this has a huge cost. It's called the switching penalty. Studies show it can take up to 23 minutes to fully refocus after an interruption. 23 minutes! If you check your email just 3 times in an hour, you might never be fully focused on anything. When I started practicing what I call monotasking, focusing on just one thing at a time, my output didn't just increase, it exploded. The quality of my work improved, my stress dropped, and it felt like I had discovered a superpower. This led me to the philosophy of slow productivity, and it comes down to one simple transformative rule that I now live by. I call it the rule of one main thing. Every day, I identify one and only one primary objective that, if completed, would make the day a success. Not 3 things, not 5 things, one thing. This single rule forces you to get crystal clear on what actually matters versus what just feels urgent. Your one main thing should be substantial. It might be writing that important proposal or having that difficult conversation you've been avoiding. I remember the first time I truly did this. My one thing was to finish a presentation I had been procrastinating on for weeks. I blocked out my entire morning. I turned off notifications, closed my email, and put my phone in another room. The experience was magical. Time disappeared. The work felt effortless. By lunch, I had created something I was genuinely proud of, something that would have taken me weeks to complete while juggling everything else. But you can't do your one main thing if you're exhausted. This brings us to the biggest shift you need to make, moving from time management to energy management. Your energy has a natural rhythm. Most people have peak mental energy in the morning, a dip in the early afternoon, and another small surge in the evening. I discovered my own pattern by tracking my focus on a scale of 1 to 10 every hour for a week. The result was eye-opening. My peak performance window was between 8 a.m. and 11 a.m., so I restructured my entire life around it. I reserved those peak morning hours for my one main thing, my most demanding creative work. I schedule meetings and emails for my low-energy periods in the afternoon. The impact was profound. I was accomplishing more in that 3-hour morning window than I used to in an entire day, simply because I stopped fighting my biology and started working with it. Now for that counterintuitive secret I promised, the thing that feels like being lazy but is actually a weapon for high performance. It's called buffer time. These are the intentional gaps between your tasks. Instead of scheduling back-to-back meetings, you deliberately create 15 minutes of empty space. This isn't wasted time, it's strategic recovery. When you finish a cognitively demanding task, your brain needs time to reset. I learned this the hard way. After a day of 4 back-to-back client meetings, I arrived at the last one completely frazzled and unfocused. The meeting was a disaster. The next week, I scheduled 15-minute buffers between each meeting. During these breaks, I would walk around or just sit quietly. The difference was night and day. I was refreshed, focused, and actually felt energized by the end of the day. So let's put this all together. I want you to imagine yourself 6 months from now. You wake up without anxiety. Your calendar has breathing room. You end each day with a sense of genuine accomplishment, not exhaustion. This is achievable. Here's my challenge to you. Don't try to change everything at once. Pick one of these 3 strategies and try it this week. 1. The rule of 1. Tomorrow, define your single most important task and protect the time to do it. 2. Energy management. For just one day, schedule your most important task during the time of day when you know your energy is highest. 3. The buffer. Add just one 15-minute buffer between 2 meetings or tasks. Do nothing in that time. Just breathe. Once you taste what it's like to work from a place of focus instead of fragmentation, you will never want to go back to the hamster wheel. You will discover that the secret to achieving more isn't doing more, it's choosing better. The revolution starts now.